A beautiful bouquet of flowers. It can say more than words ever could. To celebrate, congratulate, or just let someone know you're thinking of them. Flowers.ie know every bouquet is special, so every order they receive is hand-picked, arranged with care, and delivered with love across Ireland. They even send a video before it's delivered so you know it's just right. Say it with flowers at www.flowers.ie. Rated 5 stars on Trustpilot.
It's Dylan's KC Barbecue at 4 Valley locations. Our sports bar in Arrowhead is packed with TVs for the ultimate sports fan. Our Wildlife World Zoo location will have you on the edge of your seat, dining right next to our 60,000-gallon shark tank. Dylan's Bayou at Pleasant Harbor has never-ending sunsets, beautiful people, and live music every weekend. And our newest location, Western Trails Ranch, is 12 acres of rodeo fun and live outdoor concerts for the entire family. It's Dylan's KC Barbecue, where we're elite, unique, and memorable.
This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing.
Welcome to the She's So Right show. Conservative women being led by Christ to stand for what's right.
Meet your hosts, Lindsey Graham, labeled the Patriot Barbie by the leftist mob. She is a proud author and advocate for freedoms and conservative values.
Brandie Barclay is a powerful Christian voice on Faith Talk Radio, the founder of Power Soul, and a certified life coach.
Guys, get ready to say it way more than you're used to.
She's so right.
Starts now.
Freedom fighters. Are you tired of giving your hard-earned money to big corporations who use their power against us? The more money we give them, the more power they have. We are done. As conservatives, the best and most effective way to vote is with our dollars.
We are also committed to shopping products that are cutting edge and toxin-free for a healthier lifestyle. Next time you need daily essentials for your home and body, or are looking to drastically improve your skincare and health care with superior collagen and supplements, go to www.shesorightshow.com and click Shop Our Products. Get instant access to our favorite things that will revolutionize your home, your health, and how you do business in the USA.
Use our shopping link to get $10 off your first order. Go to www.shesorightshow.com. Follow us on Instagram at shesorightshow to find all our promo codes and discounts.
Well.
That's a great commercial. We are kind of good at this.
Does anyone know about us yet? Are we famous yet?
Hello, Lindsey Graham here. Anyone? Household name? No, not the senator. Not the senator. Someday. In God's great glory, someday. So,
hey, freedom fighters, we have an awesome topic today. My voice sounds like Lindsay's today.
Yes,
that's kind of,
you're so
not
welcome.
as good and raspy and sexy, but I don't know. It is. It's this dry. We're in Arizona. It's dry. Like, I feel like a crocodile.
Yeah.
Every part of me is dry. So my voice sounds a little.
Doesn't it? Don't you like it?
Sounds a little raspy.
Listen, when I get a cold and lose my voice, it's a nightmare. It's like, hey guys, what's up?
It's a nightmare.
It's not sexy
for you.
Yeah, that's true. So when I was a teenager, by the way, they had the whole radio contest thing going, or it was like, here's the question, call in if you've got the answer. I called in with the right answer. I don't remember what it was. It's probably something stupid. And the radio guy kept me on. He's like, your voice, do you smoke? And I was like, no. And he's like, it's so raspy. And I was like, thanks. He's like, it's a great radio voice.
It's so Stevie Nicks.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's real. And she's so pretty too. It's like, bam. Anyway, she comes into the studio looking all fashionable, and I come in rolling in the baseball cap today.
Someday. Yeah. You'll see us on YouTube and you'll get to know what we're talking about.
You'll see. You can see which one is the morning person. That's all I can say.
It's 11 o'clock.
I know it's 11, you guys, but I got to get up early and get my stuff together. So we're talking today about raising conservative kids, or how to. Right. The how to. We both come at such an interesting place with kids. I've got 2 grown daughters. Jade is 25. Chloe is almost 21. Linz.
So you've raised-ish.
I have. What do you mean, ish? I did it.
Yeah. Well,
they're raised.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they're never truly raised.
No, they are.
You're still, honestly, you're still coaching your daughters. You're still helping them through things. You're always going to be a mom.
Parenting.
Always. So raised-ish.
Yeah, I think they're raised. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to take ownership now.
The seeds have been planted.
Yeah, and But I think
tree had
about
bloometh.
when I think about raising conservative kids, I like to take that and kind of deconstruct that a second.
Okay.
Because what I like to think of is raising kids with a moral compass.
Okay.
Because that leads
In
to
their youth.
you know, again, one of my favorite scriptures of all time, Proverbs
Plug that in there.
22:6, direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it. I think in the older or different version, direct your children in the way they should go, and when they're older, they will not depart. Yep. And I think, you know, having my faith talk show, I talk a lot to people that have gone through tests and have triumphed out of them and have found victory through all their pain. And what I realize is a lot of times they'll go back to that person that prayed over them, that gave them faith, that it's kind of like when they were in their worst part of their life, they're on their knees, they go back again. The promises of God never fail.
Yep.
They go back to that place of where their faith started.
Right. And they're looking for the person in their life, whether that's parent, pastor, teacher, that brought them out of. When you're little, you think everything's the end of the world. But, you know, Sally hit you on the playground and that was devastating. Who brought you out of that? Those people that are living and working in faith and providing that comfort to that child. When you get older and you need someone to lean on, you're going to go to those type of people. You're not going to go to the friend that likes to party or the friend that's only there for you when they need something. You're going to the people that are set in biblical ways, faith-based ways, and know what to say to bring you out of it and comfort you. That's what you're looking for.
Right. And I think as parents, I think we've got, oh man, there's so much here. This is like one of those topics I didn't know exactly where to start, but we'll just trust God with it. But setting an example, I always think of, you know, as when I'm coaching women specifically, they believe in God. There's a difference in believing in God and following God. Mm-hmm. There's such a huge difference. And what I found my girls would start to do in their teenage or early 20s, what they saw me do when they were struggling, which is they would see me go read the word. They would see me take a walk with God. They would see me put something good in my ears. It wasn't, they remembered me badgering or hitting them over the head with the Bible. Right? or, you know, I mean, I do say a lot, you know, I do talk about conservative issues a lot. And this is where we talk about, we all have territory in our own home, at our own dinner table. And I think we're giving that up. I think we've relinquished it to our phones, to TVs that are poisoning us with fear. And, you know, God has given all of us territory in our own house. Yep. At the foot of our children's bed, in our own marriage, at our own doorstep, in our own schools, in our own churches. And we're so busy being overly inundated by the entire world and looking at what's happening in Afghanistan or in the White House that our kids are sitting with devices in their hands at night and they're at 7 hours of school with someone we don't know all day. Mm-hmm. And we're losing what's been given to us, our own territory to take back. Right.
So the other day, Sunday, as it turns out, we go to church pretty late. And so we kind of have the morning. And I went to get on Instagram to message someone. And of course, I got distracted by like the first thing on my feed, right?
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, totally designed to do this, to distract me. But it was it was conservatives sharing these propaganda videos. And of course, the point is to bring attention to it and dismantle it. But I get worked up about those things. And I'm like, this is going on in the world. So it's a picture of a man who is clearly a man pretending to be a woman, breastfeeding a baby, which is like not real. It's not a real thing. We've already talked about this. And I just got so mad thinking about that there are kids out there that are going to be so screwed up because of this backwards thinking and this godless world and these beliefs. And so there I am on Instagram watching this video and reading this article, and I'm just like fired up, and I get kind of anxious and depressed, and I'm like, it's Sunday, right? And this is family day. And here I am feeling this nastiness. And what I should have been doing is drinking my coffee and playing hide and seek with my kids. And, so we got ready, went to church, and I was just in a rotten mood. And I swear it's because of this article just got me in a angry mood. And I went to church, and, you know, the pastor, who's a very God-fearing man, he's always like, all right, talk to God and bring your things to God, and we're going to do an altar call. And this wasn't altar call worthy, but I had my time with God and said, okay, Lord, just change my attitude. Just keep my mind free of this crap. Like, it's one thing to be aware of it. It's another thing to let it affect you. Mm-hmm. And like you're saying, I can make a difference in my own home with my kids. But guess what? This is affecting me and therefore affecting my kids. Instead of spending time with my kids and enjoying them and teaching them the ways, I'm getting messed with mentally because of this. So I had this conversation with God in church where I said, all right, I'm like yelling at my kids too much because I'm in a bad mood this morning. Give me peace, give me patience. Lord, just take this nastiness away from me. And sure enough, I got home and it was just like, all right, guys, do you want to play hide and seek? It was like a whole new, this is our family unit. And that is where I have the authority to make a difference in life. I don't make a difference putting a mean comment on that video or sharing it. I didn't make a difference there, but I made a difference when I got home. And I told my kids, I'm so sorry that mommy was yelling at you this morning. I was in a bad mood. It's not nice. I'm going to be more patient, but here's the rules for the day. And we kind of like reset our family. And raising conservative kids, no one is asking you. I don't care which podcasts you're watching or listening to or what TV shows or whatever. No one is asking you to be a perfect parent. My temper is short. Like, that is a big flaw of mine. Anyone who's seen me with my kids knows that I'm like instant scream, which is a big problem that I need to address with the Lord. But raising conservative kids doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you have to be the perfect Christian or be
There's
biblical
no
at all
such thing
times.
as a perfect conservative.
No.
I mean, that I think too, we can go from, I just had this conversation last night with Don Wilson, Pastor Don Wilson. You guys, if any of you know CCV, it's the largest church in Arizona. He was my pastor for a long time, and now he lives upstairs from me, and we go to Bible study, and we almost didn't go last night because I was so wiped out. Like, Mondays are torture sometimes. And by the end of the day, I'm like, I got to go one more place. I literally went in my pajamas up to Bible study, like a hot shot.
Hey, you know what? God loves
like
you
a hot
as you
shot.
are.
But the thing is we had this conversation of we can get so extreme in our resistance to the left that our kids are only seeing hatred, irritation, frustration, and they're not seeing the fruit of the Spirit. Discouragement. And so we have to be so careful that we're not, because if we're not different at home, if we're not, I mean, I don't want to throw all the Christianese around, but like if our marriage isn't healthy and happy, if we don't have joy, if we don't have peace,
if
we don't have strength,
they need to see it.
And you know what? This is what's happening is it's creating so much fear because you have these helicopter parents trying to make sure their kids turn out a certain way rather than being an example of what their kids want that. Like, I want to be like that. Instead of, I'm going to tell you what you want to be like and I'm going to hover over you like a nut and make sure. Yeah. It's totally different.
Yeah. Because those kids are the ones that are going to end up sheltered and go off the handle. Like, literally, I flew off the handle when I was in my 20s because I was just so ingrained into the church idea, right? The religious, instead of like the God that loves you for who you are, the God that's there with you. So it's important, guys, to be in the Word and make sure that you are actively being the parent.
When we come back, I want to talk about, does it really help our kids to cuddle them? How about that?
That'll be juicy.
Okay, guys, so we're back from break.
The She's So Right show.
She's So Right show.
With Brandie Barclay and Lindsey Graham.
We are speaking up for what's right, for God's sake.
Amen.
So our topic today is raising conservative kids, and the way that I like to spin it or kind of bring it to the foundation of our faith is kids with moral compass. Because, when my girls were little, for all kids do stuff, that they shouldn't do, or lie or sneak or something, right?
My kids are currently doing this. My kids are currently lying to me about who filled the bathtub with water. Not me.
Yeah. And, so one of the things I taught them young was, there's going to be things you can get by me. I'm just a mom and I'm not all places.
Oh,
and
I know
there's
where this
things
is
you
going.
can sneak around